are very excited to welcome our special guests of the day to the stream. We have got Evening Elephants with us. Woo!
You seen him in the morning, you seen him in the afternoon, you never seen him in the evening.
What's going on?
What's up, you guys? How's your day going?
Pretty good. Just starting. How y'all doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Same.
So happy to be here.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys are in LA, right? Are you in LA right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
afternoon. You know, we're just
Hell yeah.
we're getting going.
Early afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. It's brunch time.
Are you guys in different rooms?
Yeah, we're in the same house in different rooms. No, I'm in Hollywood and he's in like Sherman Oaks area.
Which
Nice.
is basically a
Long
different
distance.
country. Yeah, exactly.
Long distance at this point.
Essentially, yeah.
We're in Santa Monica, so there you go.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
We're all covering all our bases.
All the
trip.
time zones are connected.
Well, how's the new year been for y'all?
It's been busy.
So far, yeah, pretty busy. We've just been in back to sessions. We're building out an album right now. So we've been in sessions like 3 to 4 months now. And we're rounding it out in January and then getting down to mixes and stuff. So yeah, just busy.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
That's so sick.
you guys
Yeah.
are busy. I mean, from what it looks on all your socials and just like checking you guys out, you guys have been touring, you've been recording, you've been just all over the place. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been a blur of a year.
Yeah, for sure.
And so you guys have a bunch of shows coming up in February. You got Ventura, Santa Ana, San Diego, Roseville, and San Francisco. How are you guys feeling about your shows? Are you guys excited?
Yeah, we're excited. I think we're gonna add like some new songs. We've been doing the same set, like the same set of songs for like maybe a year now. So we're gonna throw some new ones in there, and we're excited to see how the fans react because that's how we pick out our songs really for the album. We play it live first. So yeah, we're
That's-
definitely excited for that and just incorporating some new music.
It's a great focus group.
Yeah.
Focus group training.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, anything exciting up your sleeves for these shows? I mean, you're debuting some new music. Any other little treats?
Like in regards to the show, like at the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should
Nothing
tell them about
started-
the coat guy that like you did.
Oh, we used
Or
to
something.
we used to have this beer guy. I think we just called him beer guy, but we had this dude just like it was a different dude at different shows, but in a trench coat with a bunch of Modelo's like under his coat jacket, and he just stood on stage the whole time and didn't say anything. And like whenever I needed a beer, I would just like snap and like go like this, and he'd walk up and give me a beer,
Oh my god.
and then go back.
How do you guys find your Modelo guy? Like, how do you scout for that?
How do you get
just
qualified?
friends in different cities. It's more of a vibe check. You know off rip if they're cool or not. But yeah, it's more like I think our manager just found friends in every city that we were playing that was like down to do it.
That's so funny.
I love that.
That's so. We need like a wine cooler girl.
Yes, right.
Tracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Tracy.
So you guys have a show on Valentine's Day. What's that gonna look like? Anything romantic?
I'd like definitely like Sam's gonna do some type of roasting or like something on it because he's like a stand-up comedian. Like in between our songs, he does like basic stand-up almost.
Yeah, I like to do some crowd work stuff. So we'll vibe out. We'll see who's single and we'll see who's dating and lonely. And we'll pick from there. But we don't have anything
Single,
specifically planned.
Dating and lonely.
Yeah, single, dating, and lonely.
Everyone move. So
Remember
this
it's like a
side.
sticker.
There you go. Yeah.
Put
Yeah, we should hand it out at the start.
There
Yeah.
you go. We're brainstorming.
Yeah, like little employee tags.
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
I like that.
hurt.
Single, hurt, dating.
Freshly.
It's complicated.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's an important one these days.
Yeah.
And
So what does a pre-show ritual look like for you guys? Do you have any sort of things you always do? That face kind of said it all, but
Nah, I mean, like we don't. I mean, just some Modelo's mostly.
Totally.
We're pretty simple men. No, there's no real ritual. I mean, we like hug each other before we go on stage. That might be
Aw.
the most ritual like thing, but other than that, just kind of just vibing. Depends on what the green room looks like. Sometimes we'll be napping. It's a curveball every day, but yeah, we do give a nice little hug, pep talk before the shows.
Little kiss on the
Yeah,
cheek.
nothing other than that. Yeah, a little kiss on the
Forehead
cheek, lips
kiss.
sometimes, depending on how many beers you have.
Some butterfly kisses.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your guys' go-to post-show meal? It's an important question.
You got something, be it?
I mean, like Sam's like super picky with what he eats, so like, do we have one? We don't have like a specific thing. We kind of like variety. We're not rut people, so we're like we want to try something different every time.
Yeah, and it's more of like a survival thing after the show. You know,
Yeah,
if we're trying to go out after the show, you're just grubbing whatever's closest by, no matter how nasty or good, and then getting to the bars.
You guys got any go-to spots in LA?
Food wise, yeah, quite a few. Same on the east side is like one of my favorite Thai places to rip. You guys know what that is?
I've never been there.
I think I've heard of it.
I love
maybe.
Thai, so
Yeah.
That's crazy. Also, Hummingbird in Silver Lake is like a ceviche tapas place that is
Yum.
banging.
Like
Yeah,
ceviche.
yeah. I know a lot of East Side spots. I just hang out there a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I just love Asian food, so
yes.
Nice.
wherever that takes me.
Yes. Well, good. Some good eats. But just speaking of shows in general, you guys have multiple festivals coming up, like Governor's Ball in NYC, some EU festivals. And we read a big part of your backstory is you guys met at a backyard party in Echo Park. So since then, you know, doing backyard shows and now you're doing all these festival shows, like how do you bring that backyard party energy to festival stages? Just do it.
Well, I mean that's a funny question. I don't know. We played Electric Forest last year. That was our first festival, you know. And the backyard, like B said, I like to riff in between, do crowd work and stuff, and just like involve the people that are there a lot. And then you're on a stage and there's like 6,000 people in front of you, and you're trying to like connect personally. It doesn't necessarily work, so a lot of things fall flat. But I don't know. It's just like the energy is the same. You know, you're just trying to get everyone dancing and moving and having a good time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think too much changed. I think we just kept doing the same thing and just, you know, kind of like taking the punches as they go and kind of realigning after every show. I think we always kind of like look back after a show and see what we loved about it and what maybe we could have done better. But yeah. From backyard to the festival, it's a massive jump, but it's really fun. I don't know.
Those
For
small
sure.
backyard shows are fun too. Like as big as we get, like it's still fun to like play those small one-off like house shows. You know, like when Foo Fighters like pops up at a house and just random house. Like that'll always be like the funnest shows to us, anyways. So.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
If you guys had your own festival, who would you have headline with you?
Good question. We've gotten asked this question a few times.
I don't know what I said. Maybe like Clay Aiken,
Hell yeah.
Michael Bublé.
Look, maybe
What about you?
like I think we'd fit really good with like Turnstile. I think
Oh,
that'd be like
Totally.
really
On a
fun
serious
show.
note, yeah.
Yeah, because like I come from that shit too. Like I come from like punk music, and I knew Turnstile like before they had their like glow up and stuff. So I love that shit. I would love to like cross worlds there because our shit like when we play live, it's like very aggressive. It's like a little more aggressive, a little
Yeah.
more punk too. So I think we'd mesh well with something like that, or like a metal act, or even rap. Like you know, his favorite rapper is J. Cole, so like J.
Nice.
Cole show would be so.
That'd be
cool
fire, too.
Yeah.
dang.
Sweet.
Clay Aiken or J. Cole? I mean, a win-win.
Dude, I don't know. Prime Clay Aiken.
No, I agree. I'm
Sophie's
there with you.
choice.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know, dude. You're gonna have to get back to me on that one. I'm gonna have to take a fortnight to think of that.
Perfect.
No, those are great, and it sounds like you guys have so many different influences in your music, so it makes sense, like kind of casting a wide net of like you would.
Very
It would be amazing,
versatile.
right, to see y'all with Turnstile or J Cole. Like it both works so well.
Totally.
I can definitely see that.
Thank you.
So,
So-
Snow on the Bluff, we've been listening to it a lot. It's been all over our socials, all over. We've been just listening to it so much. Can you tell us a little bit about what the creative process behind that song was like? What was the inspiration behind it?
You want to know
Um,
with the creative?
Yeah, so that song, like, it almost didn't happen. We came to a session. We did that with this producer named PJ Bianco, and we came to that session with another song, like it's called Half a Brain. It's also out. And like we had like maybe an hour left before our train took us back from New Jersey to New York. And he's like, we just wrote it in like 45 minutes or something. So it was like really quick. And it's so cool that like that has gotten so much reception and like buzz, because honestly, it may have been the least amount of time that we've spent writing a song. Right, Sam?
Easily,
I would
easily. Yeah,
say, like the fastest we've ever done a song.
we missed our train. Like we were working on the other song, and he lives in like the cut of New Jersey. It's like hour from the city, and then an hour car ride to his house. It's cool though. Like it's a great studio. Anyways, but yeah, we were finishing up the song, and like we realized that we couldn't get to the train in time. He was like, we'll just wait for the last train of the night. And we're like, okay. And then he was like, might as well make a song. So B started laying down the chords for it. Immediately started thinking of the hook. Yeah, and it all came together in like 45 minutes.
I feel like that's how it goes.
That's how I was about to say that. Like your best songs, I
Yeah.
feel like, are written in the shortest amount of time because you don't have time to like come up with bad stuff.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
can't
Right.
question yourself. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's wow. That's so cool. And I guess since you were recording over on the East Coast, and it's called Snow on the Bluff, do you guys have like favorite winter activities in the snow? I know you're from LA, so
Have you ever
Um,
have you shoveled snow? Yeah.
I'm from North Carolina. I grew up snowboarding my whole life basically, and I taught lessons snowboarding for like my mountain pass. So I have a good amount of experience in the snow. Yeah, I snowboarded probably like 9 to 17.
Nice.
Dang.
Mhm.
So are you guys sort of keeping tabs? I mean, you're having a viral moment right now. A bunch of people making videos of winter and like just like snow vibes trending. Are you guys keeping up with that? Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, there's this one video that I think it like popped off in Russia or something. I don't know. Because it's a lot of Russian videos or Eastern European. I don't know.
They got a lot of snow over there.
There's one I could send you of this like old lady. She's probably like 70s, 80s, and she just smashes her face into a pile of snow.
Oh my god.
Um, that's probably my favorite so far. Other than that, it's like slice of life videos. People just like frolicking in the snow.
Please do send that
Very
over.
interesting.
I want to
Send
see.
some
I
faves.
really want to see that.
I will.
I really want to
I'll-
see that.
I'll have my people talk to your people.
Excellent.
Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I'll make one this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
In the snow.
In the snow. In the snow. Okay, so you guys have a new album coming this summer. Heard it. Little Bird told me. Is there anything that you can tease from that, or if not, if you can't say anything, then what is it that you're the most excited about this project?
You go ahead, B.
I would say it's definitely an evolution. It sounds like a little more mature. The stuff we've been making. It's a good, if you're attached to like our sad boy sound, like parking lot problems or pheromones and things like that, you'll really like it, I think. But it's got like a mix of stuff that we haven't done before too. So it's like we worked with like a lot of different people on this one, and so it's got like all these different flavors, and you'll hear it. It's just got like a maturity to it. It definitely evolved, and that's all I wanted. Like, because I produce the project, I want to. That's what I want to see if a project is that it like evolves into something, and it still kept its coolness, like if anything. So that's what I'd say about it.
Oof, that's so
Sweet.
exciting. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Looking forward to it. Love seeing the evolution. And we've
too.
got a crew question coming up. Let's pan over.
Okay.
What's up? So I read that your name comes from an attack
Oh,
move
wait,
in Naruto.
can you guys hear?
I can
Like,
like barely hear.
I
it.
can't hear
yeah.
Jack either. Want to make sure.
Let me know if we're good.
Go. Just go.
Oh, here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
way
we can hear
better.
you.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I read that your name comes from an attack move in Naruto. I was wondering if you've like gotten some other influences from other anime or just like other like maybe surprising influences.
I mean, I'm the anime head. B's like watched some and like I've recommended and he's watched and stuff, but like I'm the bigger anime guy. I don't know, it like the name came because we needed a name and like I thought of a name and it was a bad name. And, and then I was just
What is
What
it?
was it?
I'm not gonna no, I'm not gonna
Oh,
say it. I'm not
man.
gonna say it. It's bad. It's like embarrassing. Not the name's not embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I thought it was cool. Anyways, I was watching Naruto, and I'm a big fan of Naruto, and I was watching it for like the third or fourth time. And yeah, Might Guy is fighting Madara, and he uses the move Evening Elephant on him. And I just texted B immediately, and I was just like, "Yo, Evening Elephants," and he just goes tight, and like that was just the story for the
Seal of
name.
approval.
Yeah, very simple. But as far as after that, like anime influences, I don't know, maybe like subconsciously draw from some anime, in like the lyrics or storytelling wise in the songs. I mean, I feel like a lot of our songs are just made up storytelling. But yeah, I don't know. Good.
Oh, there's you touch on a lot of mythology and stuff too, and like different
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess other outside influences. Yeah, we touch on like a lot of like religious, spiritual, and mythological creatures and beings.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
that.
coming all together.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cute.
So what's next for you guys? What's going on?
Yeah, we got the tour with this guy named Denim in February. I think it's like the 12th to the 27th. That'll be fun. We're just supporting him. And then after that, until summertime when we have those festivals, we are just getting in and finishing this album, starting to build out the aesthetics, getting the content going. Yeah, just like really rounding it out and getting prepared. A lot more busy work, unfortunately.
Well,
That's so
we're
exciting.
excited. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited.
We're excited.
Well, thank you both for
Yeah.
joining us. We're so looking forward to the album and just hearing about the tour. I mean, we should try to
We-
be there.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Y'all, crew,
we'll come.
we'll be there.
We'll be there.
You should.
Thank you guys.
Valentine's Day, we're playing San Diego. If you want to
Oh,
take the
let's
train.
do
I'll
it.
go.
You gotta have the name tags though.
Yeah.
Listen, we're really
I'll go.
vibing with that idea.
We'll get the name
I'm
tag.
free.
No, if you come, we'll get them.
I'm free.
Jeez. Thank you guys so much for joining. Guys, give it up for Even Elephants. Album upcoming.
Thank you guys for having us.
Have a
Thanks
great
for being
day.
here.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, you guys too.